to make your life complete now.
It's your fleeting time to enjoy the kind of life before time to leave behind what you couldn't find. Then your life will see much more.
Just relax your mind. I wanna be the one relaxing with you.
Just relax your mind.
WJZD Radio Detroit.com. And this is your man, Don Allen. And there's something wrong with my headphones. I can't seem to hear through them. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. I can hear me through the studio, but I can't hear me in my headphones. We'll have to wait till Juan gets here and we'll figure that part out. Good morning. Welcome to the #1 morning show, the Rise and Grind morning show. We are back on the air streaming at 24/7. How's everybody doing? I know it's taking a while for you guys to get used to this, but we are back. Shout outs to everybody who stayed with us. I had to send the station into the shop. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Betty Leonard Stitt. How are you? Welcome to the #1 place to be. I haven't brought Juan in as of yet. Let me turn this down a little bit. I haven't brought Juan in yet, but I shall. I shall bring him in. I got to do my open first because I know Juan's going to do his thing. And he's going to do his open, even though he's already been on the air. He's been on the air for a couple of hours now. We are your new #1 24-hour streaming station that plays better music, period. That's all. That's all it is. We play better music, I mean, there are a lot of jazz stations out there. I get it. They're playing great music. They're doing great things. We just do it better. That's right. WJZD Radio Detroit, your home for jazz and so much more. This is the Rise and Grind Morning. I'm your man, Don Allen.
Summer Jazz Series 2023.
And,
this year's lineup is bigger and
Let's
better
turn
than
this down. We
ever
don't need that just yet. We don't need it just yet. No, we don't. Yeah. Like I was saying, this is the Rise and Grind Morning. I'm your man, Don Allen. Let's get this day started. Got to say thank you, Lord, for opening my eyes. Brand new mercies I saw when I opened my eyes. And you saw them, too. You did. I know you did. So we're going to be bringing them on. We've got a lot to talk about today. I was discussing some things with Juan about, today's show. And he came up with a phenomenal idea. We're going to clue you in on that. Also, tonight, Ford Lake Park, the John E. Lawrence Summer Jazz Series. Gerald Albright. That's right. Gerald Albright on the sax. Is going to be crazy out there. I'll be your MC. And it gets better. Tomorrow night at Elizabeth Lake Park, I've been asked, Mona and Janae, I've been asked to be the MC at the Trenton Downriver Jazz Series, I believe it's called, with Alexander Zonchik and Stanley Clark. I'll be there as well. It's going to be a busy, crazy weekend. What's going on? Let's see. Waldo, good morning. I got to come to open mic, 1766 West 4th every Thursday, 7 till 11. Coco hosts. Okay, I'll be there. All right. Yeah, I know you're there, Juan. I haven't turned you on yet. Mona, Janae, but y'all ready for him? Let's bring in the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only host of the morning coffee, Juan Fernandez. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what, Juan? I can't even hear through my own headphones. For some reason, my headphones are acting stupid. Let me turn this down. Let me see if I got anything in them now. This text stuff is great. I don't want that button. Okay. We'll figure that part out later. I know what I'm saying, so I don't have to get myself just yet. We're getting ready to hit the top of the hour ID. Juan, would you open the mic so I can hear you say something, please? Oh, Juan over there partying. He's got his music going.
And if you've got kids, you're
And see, here's the reason why you guys were listening to music from the cloud all last week. To get a new drive.
Where's our coffee at? Where's my dancing monk?
This computer, Dark Monk, what's going on? This computer has been running for 6 years straight. Not a glitch. Finally, it got tired, and I had to take it in for service. I do have a backup, but what I'm going to do is do a little something different this time. We got a brand new driver. So for those of you who are not technically savvy, it is the comparison.
Request your favorite song on OneMeterWorldRadio.com.
Let's join my brother Don right now.
There you go. What's going on, baby?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's-
Did y'all
you
hear
know
my
what?
open?
I cannot hear myself in my own headphones. I don't know what that's all
you
about.
can't- I don't know why you can't
That's
hear
okay.
yourself. Oh, yeah. You don't need to
Can
hear
anybody
yourself.
hear me now?
We can hear you just fine.
Okay, Tina says I can't hear you at all.
Why can't she hear you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Juan's side is drowning me out. Let me turn Juan down something. We can take
yeah.
care of that part.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
turn down your speakers too.
Well, turn the speakers. The speakers are down.
Okay, there.
Okay, I turned them down.
There we
But
go.
see, I'm not understanding. The phones were working a second ago, and then we did some connection things. And
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure. I'm gonna get you going. Let me.
in the meantime, everybody
Let me
else,
come
you
on
got
your
your coffee.
side.
You got your. Oh, now Tina can hear.
Oh, now Tina
I'm
can
the only
hear.
one that can't hear.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
gonna accept that, Juan. Come
you
back
can-
in. Come back in, Juan.
Come back in.
Come back in.
Okay, hold on.
You know, I want to see what's going on. So why I can't hear in my headphones? I think that switch when we hit the last one, the gear.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are about to learn some tech savvy stuff. Okay, now
Go to your audio side.
audio side. Booyah.
Yeah. Change that to your audio output. Change that to headphones. Let's see what that does.
Okay, let's see if that helps. Nothing. Wait a minute. Do I hear something? No, I don't.
Okay. Let's
Can't
see.
hear myself. Oh, I'm going deaf.
No.
Let's try this one. Did that
No.
one work? Nope, that one didn't work either.
Leave it there. Leave it there, though. Leave it there. Close
Leave it
your
there.
close your settings, real quick,
Okay. You guys are learning tech stuff,
and then
and so am I.
go to your system preferences, real quick.
And the Apple,
Yeah.
booyah. It's
Why
checking
did you
for
check-
updates.
Yeah. Don't check for updates. Don't do that now. Hit the before it check for updates.
It
go
said it was one
to-
update available.
Hit the boxes right there, right next to the arrows.
Right here?
Yeah. No, not there. Cancel that. The little boxes, you got the red, the yellow. There you go. Now, hit the sound.
Is that better? Can I hear? Can I hear? Can I hear?
Can they hear me?
They can hear you. And
Okay.
whoa, I can hear. Wait a minute. There you go.
Yeah.
I can hear now.
Now close
it's
that.
alive.
Close
it's a
that.
miracle.
And I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna come out of any desk, and now we're good to go.
Okay, sounds good to me. Oh, Lord. Let me turn the speakers down some.
Yep. Turn the speakers down so you don't reverb.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good.
Okay.
All right, welcome to the weekend, baby.
Oh,
How you
yeah.
doing?
I'm
It's
good.
been a
I'm
long time.
good.
Let me look at you. Have you grown?
I'm good. Oh, I have to show off my custom made Wolverine shirt.
Uh-oh. Look at you.
Rashard
You fancy.
Pollard. Yeah, Rashard Pollard did that for me. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Let me put some music bed under us.
Okay. Where's your background
okay,
at?
that's cool.
Where's your background at?
Okay, now we good. Now we good. Let me turn this down.
Yeah, turn your
This
speakers
stuff
down.
takes a
Turn your
lot of
speakers down.
time to get together, everybody. We have a great show planned. Now, Juan, check this out. All right, you know tonight I will be at Ford Lake Park, right? MCing with Gerald
Yep.
Albright
Yep.
at the John E. Lawrence Summer Jazz Series. I want everybody to come out. Get there at about 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's going to be mad crazy out there, okay?
Gerald
I want you guys
Albright.
to do that because showtime isn't until 7. but people come out with their folding chairs and they come out with their little coolers and their little snacks, and it is packed. We're talking 3,000 people at least. And it's Jazz by the Lake 10 weeks straight. I came up with that and they love it, so we put John E. Lawrence put that on a t-shirt. I also want you to come out and buy a WJZD radio t-shirt. You can get that today as well. Now, check this out. I was washing my truck because I parked my truck under a tree the other day, and the birds use it as their own personal toilet. So they did. So I had to go wash my truck. As I'm washing my truck, my phone starts ringing. It's Alexander Zonjic. How he got my phone number, I don't know. But that's not what's important here. What is important is that he was like, Don, I need a favor. I'm like, well, what do you need, Alex? He was like, I need an MC for Saturday. Me and Stanley Clark are performing at Elizabeth Lake Park, and we need an MC. And I was so impressed and flattered that he called me, because I haven't done that show in years. So I will be the MC at Elizabeth Lake Park.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, Legaspa, I'm sorry. It's in my nature. D-Web is with you. Go ahead, Juan. Do your D-Web thing. D-Web is listening. Go ahead.
Oh, sugar. Good morning, D-Web. How are you today? Lordy.
This is getting me hot and bothered here.
Good morning, Good morning, Webb. Miss Webb, how are you? Good morning to you. Lordy. Yes, Lord.
I need to somebody. Let me turn this fan up a little bit. It's getting warm in here.
Stupid.
Y'all just a hot mess today. What's going on? I stay gone for a week, and geez. And what's up, Dr. G is with us this morning. Rose Lady
Dr.
Edmonds.
Wait, I got to do Rose Lady like that because she be inviting me to groups. So now it's my turn to do her like that. Turn down your speakers for me, Don.
Okay, and turn them down.
Yes. Rose Lady. How are you? Oh, yeah.
Barry White in the house.
Oh, yeah. Rose Lady, how you doing?
Juan, put your hands up so we can make sure everything is all legit over there.
Oh, yeah. My hands are up and in my face. Yes. I'm feeling myself right now.
Hey, it's a family show.
Okay, let's get to it.
Okay, let's get back to business here.
So the subject today is
Yeah.
what women wish men knew about women.
Now run that by me again.
The subject today is what women wish men knew about women. So, ladies, I put the link in my chat area.
Yeah, and I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna put that on the screen. Wait a minute.
Yep.
Put that on my screen. There it is.
Yep, and go ahead and click on that link. Now, Don, you're gonna have to post your link too, so the ladies that want to join can click on that link and then
Wait a
pop
minute.
up in there too.
Fonda is with us. What's up, Fonda? How you doing? Let's add Fonda.
Oh, there
There's
she
Fonda.
go. Hey, Fonda.
Hey, Fonda.
Where we can't hear you. Turn down the music a little bit.
Wait a minute. Let me turn this down.
There she go. There she go. She was bouncing in. Fonda, can you hear us?
She can hear us. But so what's wrong with your phone? Is that-
We can hear you, but your voice keep breaking up. Yeah, you might want to do it from your tablet or computer.
Yeah, let's what
And then
Fonda.
turn it sideways, so we can get
Turn your phone side. No,
So we can
oh
get the
Lord,
full
she had-
Fonda.
there you go.
Yeah.
Look at her. There you
Yeah,
go.
get
Looking
the
all
full
crude and
Fonda.
stuff with that pink on. Go on,
I had
girl.
to
We'll
get some
find
private
it.
stuff going this morning.
There we go. I hear you good now.
I hear you well.
Okay, good. And then I had to get my drink for this morning.
Look
too.
out down.
Oh,
Look, there you
snap.
go.
That don't look like coffee to me.
And damn sure don't look like no smoothie.
No, I don't drink coffee, but I do like smoothies.
See, I got a protein, banana, strawberry, protein powder, and a teeny bit of Slim Fast in mine, you know.
You ain't
trying to-
waste no time. I sent you that link and you was right here.
I was getting ready this morning because I work. I'm working now, but I do more computer work, so I don't have to be on the phone. So I had to said I was gonna be on camera, so I had to get myself together. I couldn't let you see how I usually look when I work from home looking. So I had to get myself together.
Right,
Okay.
right.
All right. So, Juan, ask the
Don-
question one more time.
Don, turn down your speakers.
Turn down my speakers. Okay,
Yeah,
let's turn it
'cause
down. Wait a minute.
I can hear me reverb. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Okay.
That's a
okay.
little better. Yeah. There we go. All right. So the question is, Fonda,
Yes.
you have to answer it. What women wish men knew about women?
Things that aggravate us, for one.
Like what? What aggravate? I'm not even gonna ask this, but I shouldn't ask this, but I'm gonna ask it. What aggravates women? What things men do aggravate women?
Well, for me, one, I hate to tell you something
Uh-oh.
one time and then you don't do what you're supposed to do.
Like what?
And then I have
Give me an
to-
example on that. I need an example.
Okay, so I will use my personal experience. For my boyfriend, if I tell you when the rent is due and when you need to have your money and you don't have it by that day, we end up
See.
getting late. I have a
What?
problem.
See, you with the wrong man. Sounds like to me, because
Yeah.
grown men do grown man stuff.
Wait
You know,
a minute.
grown
That
people
was
do
super-
grown people stuff.
I hope we
You
don't know who this man is.
You ain't
'Cause
never
that-
I
lied.
don't know. I don't.
That
think
was going in
squad
hard.
Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing: if you want to continue living indoors, you can't live nowhere for free. So I mean, you got to start looking at that. On rent is due on the 1st. Start looking at next month on the 2nd. Start prepping for that.
God.
So
Perfect.
Ron Tisley, what's going on? Got to say what's up to. D Webb said not all women want you for your money. Good, because I ain't got none. Barbara, good morning. Waldo is with us. What's going on? Waldo
Where
said when
D.
they're
Webb
all
say
horny.
that?
Waldo's mind
Am I
is in a
looking in the
jelly
wrong
jar.
spot? Oh.
Say what?
I said, I think I'm looking in the wrong spot.
See, but when a man is not doing what he's supposed to do, like being the leader of the household that he should be,
True.
and Dawn says, when I'm talking to you and you are not listening. Well,
Yeah.
that goes two ways,
Yes.
doesn't
Ooh.
it? Doesn't when a woman is talking to a man and he's not listening, doesn't that go two ways? Because let's face it, we're all human, and women do that as well. A man can be talking to them and it'll go right over their head.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that because
See?
somebody could tell me something. He's like, "Well, I told you last week." I'd be like, "Oh, I forgot." But my excuse is, if I was drinking, please don't tell me nothing. Because I'm gonna totally forget whatever you said to me if I'm drinking and having a nice time. So y'all need
see.
to do it.
See, Dawn says it does go both ways, but when I have to tell you,
Put that on screen. Put that on screen.
wait a minute. Okay, let's pop that one up there. Oh, here it is. It's coming back. It does go both ways, but when I have to tell, that's fascinating because, I guess, once again, it all stems back to communication.
Yeah.
And I guess we as men and women, we all need to learn how to talk to each other and not at each other. Because when you're talking at each other, one of the parties aren't listening. It's flat. That's the truth. That's all it is. Somebody's mind is preoccupied. Now, the way I would, resolve that and say, are you with me? Where you at? And what do you mean, where am I at? I'm like, because you're somewhere else because you're clearly not here.
Right.
So, I mean, let's discuss what you're thinking about right now. Let's get that out the way. Boy, whatever is in that pink glass, she is tipping it back, Jog.
That pink glass getting a business.
It's getting
Yeah.
worked out this morning. Am I lying? She's like, hey, you're right now. You said, yep, that's sure there. But yeah, we have to come to a point where we have to start talking to each other instead of at each other. Good morning, Gaston. Boy, Dawn is hot on these keys this morning. She says
Boy,
it goes both ways.
Dawn,
When I have to tell
Dawn.
you multiple times, it
Dawn.
gets aggravating.
Dawn,
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh.
just join the show, Dawn. Just come on the show. Just join the show. Just talk to us. Don't sit there and gangster keep
Key gangster.
keyboard gangster. Come on the show. Come on the show. We got the link out there. The link is there. You need me to send you the link? Let me send you the link, Dawn. I'm gonna send Dawn the link.
Oh Lord. You know. Oh Lord. Lord Jesus.
Oh wait a minute. I didn't find her good morning.
Go on, do it.
Oh, good morning, Fonda.
Good morning, Juan.
Oh yeah. You know I like to hear you say my name. Good morning.
Don't you ever say my name like that, okay?
You talking to me? I would never, ever say your name like that.
Wait a minute. Dawn says I'm not together appearance-wise this morning, and so that's a no.
Just block your camera. Come on in so we can hear you talk.
Boy, I got to answer for everything this morning. So you could just block the screen off, and we can't hear you.
Just turn the camera off. It'll give you an option of camera and mic. So just hit that camera and turn it off, and just put your name in there so everybody know you talking. Yeah.
See, but yeah. So what's something else that women wish men knew about them? Not individually, but as a whole. Is there something all men does that just pisses women off? Is there something? I mean, not me and Juan, because we're like perfect. We're the perfect mates, you know.
I'm close to it.
I'm saying that because my sister is probably right behind him with a pan.
Nope,
Say the wrong thing.
Nope. I got free carte blanche.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. See, that's what I love about family.
That's
You be
what
like,
happens when you run the household.
Okay. I'm staying in my lane on that one.
I'm looking for the pan now.
Excuse me. Now, so women, I don't hear a whole lot of out there from you ladies. It's not.
See, now ladies always have something to say when we
And-
on here. When it's just me and you on here,
Yeah.
they want to be in there.
They want to be
keyboard
all up in-
gangstering
yeah.
us.
You getting that? You getting that?
Yeah, I'm getting that.
And now, when we open the floor for you,
I know next week when we do it for the men, they ain't going.
next week it's
gonna be
fellas.
crowded. It's gonna be
Fellas.
crowded in here.
We wish y'all would
No.
nagging.
No.
We-
Let's not do it next week. Let's do Monday.
Okay.
Monday with the guys.
Okay, that sounds good.
Monday with the guys.
Wait a minute. Okay, there's D Webb. You want to cut that camera off? We can still hear you. Let me turn her in. There you go, D Webb. Now I can. All right, we can hear you. Say something.
Say something.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, we see you. We hear you.
Okay.
I'm so glad y'all don't see me.
Now, Ms. Webb. You were saying when you're speaking to them and we're not paying attention.
Come on, D. Bring it on. Hit us hard.
Well, with a lot of us,
Excuse me, D. Miss Johnson is on the air listening. Lene just popped in. Good morning, sis. Well, go ahead, Dawn.
Wait. Before that. Good morning, my sweet. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Oh yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, Lene.
Go ahead, Don.
Go ahead, Dawn.
but no, when we're talking, if you're playing on your phone, and if I'm asking a question or talking about something, the response is, "Huh? What you say?"
Right.
And that is aggravating.
Now, isn't that a two-way street, though?
Because
we gonna let it stay. We gonna let it stay. The women tell us what was aggravating and stuff. We're not gonna go into debate with them. We're gonna listen to this.
No, because I'm not that attached to my phone. If we are engaging, no, and I'm not. If we are engaging in a conversation, my phone is either sitting on the counter, in my purse, or something like that.
Juan's phone is in his purse, too. That's
So
where he used to keep it.
I demand that same of attention, from whomever I'm speaking to. It doesn't have to be, it has male or female.
Good morning, Nikki. Okay, now, Juan wants. We can't rebut or respond to these.
No, we listening right now. We listening right now.
Okay, all right. Is there any other?
Wait,
is there anything
Dawn,
else?
what about football season? During football season.
Oh, hell, I'm watching football. My phone is.
Okay, thank you. I love Dawn.
Yeah, so she'll watch the game.
Right, that's my girl. Okay, now
Hell, I was watching
Lene.
preseason
Lene
game
does the same thing,
tonight.
so I ain't got to worry about football. She gonna watch the Lions.
What's up, Bruce Moore?
Absolutely, but I was watching a preseason game last night. Jets and the Cleveland Browns. So
Yep.
And what's his
somebody
name?
was sitting next to me talking. I didn't hear them because I'm engaged in a football game.
You know, and Lene said men need to learn not only our sexual love language, but our
Put that on the
spiritual
screen.
love
Put that on
language.
the
Oh
screen.
yeah, I got
Put
to
that on the
drop that
screen.
one up. That's my sister going at it. Men need to learn not only their sexual love language because we're experts naturally at
I'ma make her come in the
observing
room.
that, but their spiritual love language. Now, please. Carol says men don't listen; they forget everything. Yes, we do. It's in our genes. You walk by a man with a thong on and see how long he can't remember his name. But let's see. Now, when you say spiritual love language, Lene, be more when you're speaking in terms of spiritual love language. Ladies, explain this spiritual love language to me. Anybody? Dawn, Fonda, Carol. Mom, hey, I love you. Mom, everybody behave yourself. My mom is listening, and she is on with us this morning from Katy, Texas. My mom, and love you. Mwah. Barbara says my mind always stays in the gutter, so it's always about
Whoa.
getting your love together. But what is your spiritual love language? Tell me about that. I need to know that. That's something I really, 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 really want to know about.
It's a whole different animal.
Yeah. And then I don't hear anybody saying anything. Lene says knowing all the fruit of the spirits. Come on, you got to be a little bit more
She taking
direct
it to
than that.
church. Don't take it to
fruit
church,
of the
baby. Don't take
spirit.
it to church.
We can
bring
go
it
to
a little
church. I ain't
natural.
scared.
Bring it a little natural. Bring it a little
Because see,
natural.
I'm unlike most men and some women. If there's something about in that Bible that I don't know, please teach me, enlighten me. I want to know.
Oh, then I need you to read Song of Solomon.
Yes, you will see. My mom's coming to town next week, Juan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we
So
gonna
that-
hang out.
That means I gotta meet moms.
Yeah.
And come over there and hopefully you cooking some barbecue or something.
Well, they said I'm done. She said, "Let that
Let
marinate.
that marinate.
Let that marinate." I mean, what is the fruit of the spirit? Come on now. Yeah, don't be saying I'm done.
Fonda, what would you a man needs to learn your sexual love language and your spiritual love language?
You're the only man need to learn that one, Juan.
I'm good on that.
Wait a minute. Tina says, football season, I'm not listening to nothing. Don't talk to me on Monday, Thursday, or Sunday night. And I agree, because I'm a football fan. As a matter of fact, I have made a promise to myself that I will attend a Detroit Lions game, and I'm going to spend $300-400 on a seat because I want to be down in the lower
Wow.
bowl. Do you know for the first time in the history of Ford Field, all the
All the season tickets.
season ticket holders are sold out.
Right.
You cannot buy a season ticket.
Nope.
Okay.
Nowhere.
That's because the Lions are going to do so freaking well this year, and everybody can feel it. There is electricity in the air. Everybody is going to be behind the Honolulu blue and silver. It's about to go down. I mean, I'm not saying Super Bowl. Get me in the playoffs, and don't get kicked out the playoffs the first
In
or
the
second
first
round.
round.
That they're gonna win the Super Bowl. That's what I saw. So
I don't
That's
know
what
about all that.
that's what all the critics say. The critics said that how many years in a row for the Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
I mean,
I'm not-
our secondary is still questionable. Our offense is good, but our secondary, me and Y could run through them. And I can't run fast because I got 63-year-old knees. So,
My knees ain't no better. They might be younger, but they ain't no better.
Absolutely. So but getting back to let's steer this back to our subject. We don't apparently, Juan, men don't listen. And did you notice this one thing, Juan? If I scroll back up, I know Waldo is listening, and I know Bruce Moore is listening, and I know Ron Tinsley is listening, and it's a bunch of other guys that are listening that haven't said a word. Daryl Gooden is listening.
Because the guys are listening. The guys are listening.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Right. The guys are listening, and they're waiting for the ladies to say, everything. And we're taking notes. We're taking
Oh, is
notes.
that what they're taking?
Yeah, we're taking notes.
Some of them taking
we're trying
a nap.
to learn. We're trying to learn what the problem is. And so that's what we're doing. We're taking notes. And so we need the ladies to talk more and tell us what else.
Yeah, I mean, nothing is achieved if you ladies don't reach down and say, he a slob, he musty, he need to go in there and get some water and some soap on him, or if he's a liar and he's a liar, Daryl Dyer, good morning. If you know your man is a liar, or if you know a bunch of men who are liars, call them out. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. If I know a bunch of women that I know lie,
We're going to talk about it on Monday, though. We're going to talk about it on
Oh,
Monday.
yeah, I'm gonna save all my good stuff for Monday.
Yeah.
Because, and these ladies are just so sit back. Rose Lady Edmonds says, no, they listen, they don't hear. Listening means I'll consider it. Hearing requires action. Go on and preach to them, Rose Lady.
Put that on screen.
I got to put that. Yeah, okay, we're going to pop that one up on screen. Yeah. I like the second part. Listening means I'll consider it. Hearing requires action. And as does understanding. Because what I think, Juan, and good morning, Tiffany. How you doing, babe? What I think is there's a problem when it comes to understanding what your mate, your friend, your colleague is saying. There is a definite disconnect in understanding. They may say they understand, but do you fully understand? If I say, Juan, here are the keys to my truck. Can you pull it around so I can load up? And you happen to be on a computer or something like that, you'll go get in my truck, and say, oh, I think he wanted me to go get something to eat. So I'm going to go pick us up some lunch. And I'm like, where the hell did you go? Oh, I thought you wanted me to go. I'm like, no, I just wanted you to pull around. See, there's a lack of understanding.
Right.
We have to learn. We have to engage each other, and so that we understand each other. That would eliminate a lot of the problems. Rose Lady Edmonds says the disconnect is men and women process differently. Oh, I like that. Let me put that one up, because that's vital right there. We process.
She might as well come
differently.
on the show too.
Rose Lady,
Why she doing all that talking?
Hey, well, is it enough room on these screens for
Yeah,
everybody?
you have up to 10 people you could put on the screen.
Oh, okay. Wow. And we got to find out the recipe what's in that glass.
I mean, look, Fonda.
Pick it up for 10 minutes.
Fonda, come on now. What you got in that glass? It looked like orange juice.
Rose Lady said,
but
nope,
looked
it ain't
like
happening.
It looked like a little more. I know it's a little more than that in there. I'm just saying.
Is that what does your search say, Fonda?
Barbie.
Barbie.
I'm about tired of Barbie. Because everybody, did you notice how everybody was going bananas when Barbie's movie came out?
Yes.
All this pink and all of this and all. But everybody had a problem when the Little Mermaid turned out to be a little black mermaid. Then they had a problem. I'm like, you spend your life swimming around in the sea, you're going to turn black too. So I'm just saying, why was there all this problem with the Little Mermaid, and then Barbie came out? And excuse me for saying something. Come on now. Barbie, that bitch got everything. She got Corvettes, a beach house, airplane, helicopters. She got Ken, who ain't got all his body parts, because clearly she ain't got no baby Barbie.
Oh, she no. Barbie had a baby.
Barbie had a baby.
Barbie got a baby.
Get out of here.
Yep.
See, I don't mess with dolls and such.
Barbie got a baby.
How is that possible?
Barbie got a
Ken
baby.
was
I
like
don't know.
G.I. Joe. He wasn't
got a-
anatomically correct either.
They got a pregnant Barbie and a Barbie with the
Yep.
baby.
Sure. With the stroller and
Sorry,
everything.
sorry,
Yep,
Lene.
sure do.
They say, yo, language, bro. Niece is awake.
Oh yeah, she probably listening too.
Mm-hmm. You know, wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Lene's got me going to Rain Fox on TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I'm sorry, I don't do TikTok. You
gotta do TikTok
I don't do
someday.
TikTok. I'm not a real Instagram fan.
you
I'm
gotta
old
do-
school. I do Facebook, and I.
Can we get back on topic?
Yeah, okay, my bad.
Don, come on now.
Okay, yeah, but anyway, let's get back to men not listening or what women
no.
would like
What-
men to know.
Right, what women wish men knew about women. What else? What is something that we don't know? Men don't know about women.
That y'all will take a secret to the grave. See, men got a problem. Men got loose lips. You know, something happened in a man's life, he gonna tell it to his boy, he gonna tell it to somebody. But if a woman does something she don't want nobody to know, she will take that to her deathbed.
How
You know.
true is that, Fonda, Dawn?
Very true for me.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
See?
Sometimes everybody don't need to know everything.
Lene says some women do. You know.
Now, I just saw a story where a man and a wife had been married for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, I'm sorry, for 18 years, and they had 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
The woman died, and one of the babies went to the hospital, and the father found out he is not the children.
They should have went to Maury.
Well, she gone now. She gone.
You
now, so
are not the father.
she gone.
Son
now,
of
so
a
it's not-
sapsucker.
So what is he gonna do with those 2 children?
He got to
Neither
raise
one of
them. You got to raise them.
Neither
Flat
one
out.
of them are his.
Doing the right thing. In the eyes of Christ, we are all his children. Thus, they are now his children.
But that,
you know,
that's one of the.
you got to raise them, and you got to raise them the right way. Daryl
Right.
Dyer says what men don't know, what they think we don't know, is they have the same carnal urges that we have. We're gonna get to that one in a second, Daryl. I promise you that one.
Who said that?
Daryl Dyer,
Okay.
the DJ extraordinaire, still waiting on a house set. I
They
want
say-
Daryl to send me the
some women
bomb
have
banging house set
loose
so I can
lips.
open up with it on Saturday night. Betty Leonard Stitt says, "Love
Mama
them anyway."
Leonard. Mama Leonard.
That's right. You got to love them kids anyway. If she passes away, you
Right.
have to love those children. You have to raise them. Be the best father that they ever saw, because you're the only one they ever saw in the first place. And
Right.
the other two dads skated, you know, and that's between them and God. But them two belong to you now, okay? Because if I'm gonna tell you right now, let me open my door and don't nobody leave no babies at my front door. I ain't joking. But if I open it up, I'm like, oh my God, I would do the right thing. I would follow the procedures, try to find the parents. But if I could not, I would not put that child into the system. I would make a way. God left him with me. I got to take care of him. That's the way life dealt you that card. So, hey, now this child just struck it rich because he found a man, and God sent him to me, and I'm going to do my very best and I'm going to get
Well-
some help.
well, that's
'Cause
just
I
a-
got Lene over there. I got Juan over there. I got Fonda right there. I got D Webb right there. I'm like, y'all got to help me. I ain't never changed a diaper. I changed
Look.
one diaper in my 63 years. My namesake nephew changing the diaper, and you know how little that little thing is, right on my silk shirt. Pissed me off. But anyway,
I bet you knew after that you better cover it up.
Right.
Anything else.
well, see, I didn't know nothing, but I didn't know. I was in my 20s, I think. A Rose Lady said, replying to Daryl Dyer, the difference is most women know how to control it and not let the urge control us.
No,
I beg to differ.
I beg to
No,
differ.
no.
Oh yeah, I beg to differ
No.
on that. But you know, we're just listening. We're just listening. So
Oh, that's
I'll
right.
take-
Because
I'll take
we
that
gonna let
as a
y'all
note.
have it.
We gonna.
Agree with
I'll
that
take that as a
statement.
note.
Ladies, y'all better use this opportunity now because men are going to let you have it on Monday.
Oh my goodness.
On Monday. I'm gonna open up a can of it and I'm just gonna let it flow. You know, so
Oh,
y'all
my
really
goodness.
need to get it out. But
Well, women.
I'm not pressing anything.
what'd you say?
I said I'm not pressing my urge for anything.
Amen. All right now.
but why? You know, I mean, I know some women are kind of shy and timid and things like that. You know, going through this life, I'm not going to shortchange myself.
There you go. And well,
Right.
and you should not. You should not shortchange yourself. You know, let it be free. Hey, try. I'm the kind of guy I won't knock it till I've tried it. There are certain things I will say absolutely not. I will not try. You know, I won't get real deep, but I will not try to jump off the top of the rinse and expect to go up. So it don't happen.
You'll
There's
go
a
up
lot
for
of-
a second.
for a millisecond, and it's really not a painful fall. It's that sudden stop that hurts, you know. So you have to live your life, live it to its fullest. You have to go out there and give it a shot, But getting back to what ladies wish men knew,
Yeah.
I can't speak for the ladies because I ain't never been a woman. I ain't never dressed like one, even though I know a bunch of them that does. True story. I went to see Gwen and Charles Scales at the MGM Grand, and they weren't there. It was another guy singing. And I was like, I'm going to sit and hang out. Good morning, John B. I'm glad John is here because John is going to give some input on our subject matter today. But I happened to sit at the MGM Grand, and what's the name of that club? Axis, inside the MGM Grand. So I'm sitting there listening to the guy sing, and I see out of the corner of my eye a bunch of what I thought were women coming in the door or inside the club. And it was a drag queen convention. Wow. Everybody it was like 80 of them. But here's the thing. They were cool. They were just dancing with themselves, and they were partying with themselves. And I was like, okay, well, hey, what they eat don't make me fat. So, if that's what y'all want to do your thing, And they were having a blast. And one of them came over next to me and ordered a drink because I was sitting at the bar and ordered a drink. And he was like, "How you doing?" The funniest thing was he turned, "How you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good." He's having a good time. And it was the baritone and the bass coming out of a big burly man who didn't shave and had on a wig and a dress. That took me by surprise. And he was real cool. I was like, "Hey, y'all having a good time? Y'all having a good time?" I just threw back my beer and was listening to the band. Of course, I got up and left shortly thereafter. I'm not a gambler. I went in to see Gwen and Charles. They weren't there, and it just happened. Now, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I can't comment. Like I said, what you eat don't make me fat. So I stay in my lane on that. But ladies, what do you do? Does that bother? How do you guys feel about women dressing like men dressing like women? I don't want to offend anybody in the LGBTQ community, but something struck me as odd. I was speaking with a very close friend of mine, and she told me that she went to a drag queen bingo, whereas the drag queens were making fun of the straight people and cracking jokes on them. However, you flip that. If a straight person makes fun of a person in drag, now the LGBTQ community comes in and wants to, slam you and ostracize you and put you on the news. So you can't talk about them, but it's okay. You're off. Nothing's off limits for them. I don't think that's fair. If it's fair for one, it's got to be fair for the other. So that's my comment. Your comments are welcome by either by phone or by mail.
Well, one of my dear friends who I went to high school with, I knew in 10th grade that she was a lesbian, but she didn't know it.
She was a lesbian but didn't know it?
No, back then she wasn't. And several decades later, she came out and everything. She was, claiming bisexual, but then she called me one day and was like, "Dawn, I got something to tell you." And so when she told me that she came out of the closet, and busted out laughing. And I told her I knew in 10th grade.
Wait a minute, you knew something about her that she didn't know about herself?
Yes.
No, she knew about herself. She
She
was just
probably
hiding it.
No,
Yeah.
didn't. No, she did not. And like now she wears men's clothes, men's cologne, and everything. And so of course, me being the curious person, I'm like, why are you wearing men's clothes? And she's like, well, they're more comfortable and everything. And so on, I did. And I'm like, well, are you the man, quote
She's a
unquote, in
stud.
your relationship? No, she's not.
She's not the stud.
No.
She just like
No,
men clothes.
other, yeah, and so, but other women that she's dated, they were the stud,
Oh wow.
Oh,
so
that's deep.
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm just asking all kinds of questions because I'm curious, and I'm like, well, help me understand, this. First of all, I thought, of course, but that's a whole nother topic. Um, but educated me, over the years.
You're breaking up a little
Why
bit.
am I not educated me over the years as to why she dresses, in men's clothes. So I'm like, what do you do? I never treated her, so I mean, my friendship.
Okay, yeah.
She-
Dawn's breaking up really bad now.
She might need to go into a new, more area where her Wi-Fi or something is connecting better.
Yeah.
But let me say this, and I know this is on the subject but off the subject at the same time. The LGBTQ plus community need to back black people, especially black women, more than they have been. They've been attacking them more recently, but they need to back them because when nobody had their back,
The sisters had it.
the sisters had their back.
The sisters had the LGBT, and I agree with you there. And and then what I've heard from the LGBTQ community, and if y'all don't like me, I'm sorry. I mean, we can sit down and discuss it. Everything is open for discussion. So if you see me out, don't be trying to bash on a brother. I'm not cut like that. But everything is open for discussion. And we welcome you. Me and Juan welcome you to come on and join us on camera and give us your views. This is not going to be a one-sided thing, so if y'all want to discuss it, let's discuss it openly, so that way, once again, it opens up the tables for communication. Don't come at me thinking with your backup, thinking that you're going to shut me down because I'm not cut like that. I will hold my own in a conversation. This will be an intelligent conversation. It will be an adult, mature conversation. Don't let your little feelings get involved in this, and I'll keep my little feelings out of it as well. Okay? Now, let's keep moving on. John B from DT. Oh, John's at work. I'm on vacation. Incidentally, want to remind everybody, once again, tonight, show time's at 7 p.m., but get there at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Board Lake Park in Ypsilanti. It's right up the street from the airport. Gerald Albright's going to be on the horn. I'll be your MC. Johnny Lawrence is going to be out in the park. Bring your folding chair. There are food trucks there. It's always a great time. So far, we've had fantastic weather.
Let me give my where I'm going to be at.
Oh yeah, where you going to be?
I'm going to be at Jazz on the Ave tomorrow.
Oh wow.
I'm going to be at the stage where DeBlon Jackson and her friends are going to be performing. And so there will be hours of
It's going to be jazz all
good
over the
jazz.
place.
Yes, hours of
Because
good jazz music.
I'm going to
and
see your
music.
Jazz on the Ave, and tomorrow I will be on stage with Alexander Zonjic and Stanley Clark at Elizabeth Lake Park in Trenton. And he called me yesterday, and I was just so blown back. And what's up, Coke Horner? He said,
No,
"What's up, Juan?"
that is like my brother. What's up, Blue? How you doing? What's going on? What up, though? I gotta say, what up, though? What up, though? The filmmaker extraordinaire, Coke Horner.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right now. But anything else, ladies? Y'all better bring it because
Come on now.
Monday, No, all the ladies, I ain't gonna listen. Come Monday, I ain't gonna be even watching. it.
Rose lady says we can't do it on Monday. We got to do it on Friday because she'll be at work. So you want to do it Friday and we just kind of tiptoe to it on Monday?
Well, now we
it's
gonna
just be me
stop
and
with-
you on Monday, and then on Friday we invite the guys.
Oh wow. Okay, we have to schedule this for one
Oh, you saying
person.
hi? You saying hi? Okay.
Is that baby DJ? I see her
Yep.
sticking her hair. Hey, baby DJ.
They
What
saying
up?
hi to you?
Hi.
Wait, yeah, there you
You
go.
gonna say hi?
Oh, you want to
Oh, she
hear? 'em?
wanna- Oh, now she's going. That's baby DJ in the house.
Now she can hear y'all.
Hey, how you doing, baby DJ? Hey, wave at me. Yeah, I see you waving. All right
Hey,
now.
pretty girl.
Jazzy
All right.
Israel, what's happening? Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Coffee.
What?
Daddy.
What?
That's Daddy right there.
Oh,
yeah.
you want me to wave too? Wait,
Yeah,
I'll
him
wave.
right there.
Daddy.
Okay, bye. All right.
Once again,
Jazzy
what-
in the house. Let me send Jazzy
Uh-oh.
a link so
Jazzy?
she can join the show.
Yeah, the topic for today is what women wish men knew about them. You know, we've already discussed the communication thing. When a lady's talking to you and guys, you ain't paying no attention. He's like, yeah, right, right. And you on your phone. You know, if you're not paying attention, you can't get mad. Here's my take on that is you can't get mad at her, you know, if she does something and you're like, what you doing? Well, I told you a few minutes ago, but you wouldn't put your phone down long enough so that we can, you know, go back and forth on this.
No,
So-
you know what? I'm gonna throw something in here. You know what I don't like what women do? They ask you to do something, and because you don't do it in 2 seconds, like jump right up and do it, they go ahead and do it themselves
And then get attitude.
and get an attitude.
Have an attitude while I'm doing whatever I asked you to do.
But why? You didn't give me a chance to do it. Let me do it.
At my speed.
No, it needed to be done right then. If we
Nah,
had
see, that's that
right
preference thing.
Then.
That's Juan, you're right. That's that preference thing because I mean, we have a women are. Where's that book that said men are from
Venus.
Venus and women are from Venus, men are from
Men
Mars.
Right.
You know, we are two different entire beings. You know, and we have fallen way out of sync. Okay. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what nationality you are. Because guess what? Through my little 63 years around here, I found out that every problem that I have ever endured, every single one of them, somewhere, someone else on this planet has been through it as well. You know, and they got through it. So whatever I go through, I relax, calm, cool my jets. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get through this. Let's make this happen. Okay. You know, so we as men and women, all we got to do is sit down and say, hey, baby, look, okay, wait a minute. I know I did something wrong, or you know you did something wrong, or we both know something went wrong somewhere. Let's work our way through it. Because let me say, you're not the first one that's ever been cheated on, and neither am I. You're not the first one that's ever been lied to, and neither am I. You're not the first one that's ever had something stolen from you, and neither am I. You're not the first one that's ever had their heart broken, and neither am I. So there's nothing we cannot get through together. We need to learn to work through all this BS. Stop the hemming and the hawing and learn how to work through it. Okay? It's simple. I'm not going to say it's simple. It's challenging. But it takes commitment between two individuals. Not you and your girlfriends, not him and his boys. It takes you two. And another thing, let me say this. In order for a relationship to work, and Juan should be chiming in on this at any second now because him and Lene have got the ultimate relationship. My sister will cuss me out in a heartbeat, and we'll put Juan in check. But guess what? At the end of the day, that woman got his back, you know. So that being said, there is no reason, absolutely none. I don't let anybody tell you if you find somebody that you click with, you guys have fun, you guys vibe well, you guys constantly want to be together, The hell with what anybody else has to say. You be with that person
My boy,
at any age.
my boy Coke said women are natural born mothers. However, sometimes they forget that their men
Ooh.
aren't their children.
Let me put that one up. Let me put that one up.
Well,
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh, Fonda ain't like that one.
Because
We are not. Although we do like to be pampered a little bit every now and then. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but some of them still act like kids. So,
But that's
you
a
with the
that's a
wrong one.
that's a personal thing.
Yeah,
That-
if you
that's a
still with a
personal-
man that act like a kid, you with the wrong man because you ain't with
No,
a man, you with a
wait,
child.
Wait, that's a personal thing, because that's a personal idea of what a man is. Because some women would look at me like he a man, but then you would look at him and be like, he acting like a kid.
Yeah, he is.
That varies from woman to woman of what a man is.
And then some women act like children as well. Don't get it twisted.
yeah, some do. I can't
Uh-huh.
admit that. I know a couple.
Oh, I know a bunch of them.
Yeah,
You know,
I
and
just with life, just decisions that they choose to make. And then I just sit back and look and be like, did you really just do that? Like, come on,
Yeah.
now. I'm 51 years old, and most of my female friends are my age. So I just feel by the time you get really 40 to 30, 40 something as a woman, you should be able to make sound decisions, especially if you don't have children. Because if
heck
people
yeah.
don't have no children, why don't you have basically kind of what I have? And I got 4, and they all grown. So it confuses me sometimes with some women, and then they get to talking about how the boyfriend or something are treating or talking to them. But that's because I probably would say the same thing to you too, because you're not making good decisions.
Absolutely.
You're supposed to be the
It's
better
what you
half.
settle for.
Right.
You know.
So you're right on that when it comes to women. Now, some of them I feel you ain't got 50 years old and you still don't know what you're doing. You ain't gonna never know.
If you don't have a handle on being an adult, you know, at least in your 50s.
Yes. It's a wrap.
The rest of your 50s and all of your 60s is going to be a rough ride.
Yep.
It's going to be a rough ride. You're going to go through a lot of heartbreak, a lot of personal issues, you know. But see, we as people, male and female, are afraid to ask for help. It appears that way.
Not
we
me.
are afraid to ask for help. I mean, well, on an emotional level. I'm not talking about financial.
Not that either.
You know, I'll sit down with D Webb and you know what? I got a problem.
No,
and
look.
blah 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 blah.
When you've been to a place,
and I got to be crazy. You look careful with Joe because Joe he's a natural born comedian. So he was like, you know, he'll say something stupid.
no,
you know,
when
I'll
you've
call
been to
Juan.
when you've
I'll
been
call
to a
Juan.
place, Don, when you've been to a place where you like down to like
The last $3.
man, I mean, I've been there where, you know, where they say starving artists and you really starving and you sleeping in cars and you know, you ain't got nowhere to go. You learn how to ask for help.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Your speakers are loud again.
Mine are.
Yeah.
Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay, that's my headphone.
Is that better? Yeah, that's better. I could hear myself.
Oh, Jazzy, what happened to Jazzy Israel? You know, I thought she was gonna chime in. The link is right there.
I gave it a link. I gave it a link too.
Okay. And Coke says, I understand that sometimes women get a little frustrated with constantly repeating herself, and that's what she has to use her power of persuasion or just find a better match. Very, very, very true. You know, let's face it. We all, I don't care how much you like a person and how much you really, really are infatuated with that person, we all are not made, everybody ain't gonna make it as a couple, you know.
Very true.
Everybody is not going to make it, you know. I mean, if you really, really want to be with that person and they really, really, really want to be with you, then you guys can, you know, work out your differences so it can work. That's called a relationship. That's how the foundation of a relationship is built and the structure continues to be built. But everybody ain't made for everybody, you know.
That's so true.
And it is what it is, you know, and some people can't accept that.
Very
You know,
true.
that's why I try to be. I choose to be your friend, and it could be for a long time before I see, where this is going. But let me see. Let me choose my words carefully on this. I mean, I choose to be your friend before we jump into relationship. Now, that being said, I'm cool with somebody right now. We're very good, very, very good friends, and we are at a juncture now where things are starting to gain focus, So that being said, now it's a little bit more smoother. The ride is a little bit easier because now we see where we're going. You see what I'm saying? Am I making sense?
Yes.
I mean, because like Juan, this is what the relationship my brother is in is where I aspire to be, because I think these two are the cutest two because my sister is not afraid of him and he act like he ain't afraid of her. And because let me tell you, Lene will put him in check. Thank you, Michelle. I'm glad I'm making sense here. But you have to be friends first. And sometimes that it could be a week, it could be a couple of years that y'all being friends, and then y'all look up and say, you know what? Why don't we give this a shot? And I mean, and then see, one of the persons is going to spoil the soup by saying, well, we've been friends for this long. Why you want to change it now?
Okay, why you gotta shake your head like that? It was the woman.
Because it's from my perspective, it's always been the woman. I've never been to that one, but like, well, we've been friends all this time. Why we got to get serious now? Because we're growing up. I mean, time waits for no one.
Sure doesn't.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want to grow old and be on a cane. I'm gonna be a G when I be old too. But but nobody wants to grow old by yourself in an old empty house. And I'm sorry, baby DJ sitting right there. No, that's how.
She can't.
You ever notice why there's a lot of single old ladies with a bunch of cats running around the house?
I don't like cats, so that ain't.
or got an old dog that's so old he got gray around his little mouth, and he fat and he can, and he ain't gonna hurt nothing, But these are they who, wouldn't be flexible when it came time to build that relationship, or perhaps they did have a relationship and their spouse or friend has gone on to be with the Lord, and they didn't open up them. The Lord has a lot more life left for them, and they just chose to sit in the house.
That's my mom, because my dad was away in '98, and she just never wanted to date anybody anymore, and she's been single ever since my dad passed.
And see, my sister Lene says, thank you, Donnie. And yes, we started out as friends and dated for 10 years.
It was one of those off and on things. And I wouldn't marry anybody I didn't know. That was my whole thing. We had to be friends, and then we had to know each other and things like that.
Yeah.
If I don't know you, I'm not trying to
know you.
I ain't trying to give you my life.
Yeah, because I mean, Juan, with all due respect to everybody listening, this man on this screen, he is to my right, and he and I, we live very complex lives. Carl Looney, what's going on, my brother?
That's my boy, Carl Looney, though. The genius.
Yeah, but we live complex lives. When we wake up, we eat, drink, and sleep. His is video, mine's is radio. He got a job, I got a job, he got a family, and I got me. And I'll soon have a family, and not with kids, because I ain't about to birth no baby at 63.
So you don't have any kids?
I don't have any children. I do have my namesake nephew, who I'm going to see get married. He is 23 years old, Donald Allen Poole II. My brother, it was a blessing. My brother's last child, he was like, you don't have any kids, so your name will carry on. So he named his last son after me, and you know, it's a wonderful feeling. But I got all the, I get all of the fun of having somebody named after me without actually raising them. But not to say that I've not been a father figure at one time or another. I've offered advice. I've loved children, in terms of with fatherly love. I've had stepsons, and they're great. They've turned out to be great young men. They live in Texas. They've turned out to be great young men, and so. But I'm not tripping because let's face it, being a parent is not in the cards for everybody.
No, it's not. That's
You
true.
know.
Some people don't need. Some parents don't need to be parents.
Hallelujah.
For real.
I'm here to tell you, some parents
Hey.
don't need to be parents.
I've seen and I won't go into that, walk down that road because I can't. My Lord tells me the way I judge somebody, that way I shall also be judged.
That's
That
not
being
judging.
said-
That's
no,
not judging.
No,
That's-
what I was about to say was because
Oh, okay.
I have seen people raising certain nationalities raise their children, and the boys are treated different than the girls. And I've seen little boys slap their parents in the face
I wish.
at the airport.
I wish-
And
You wouldn't be talking to me right now. 'Cause
see,
I-
Michelle says I'm not a parent, and I love it. And
I
Drew
would.
said,
I would
"Bruh."
wear. I would wear orange proudly if my child slapped me.
I'm gonna tell you. And
I
I
would
saw
wear
it.
orange.
I saw it. She was like, "No, you can't have that candy." Little boy reared back and whop. And I was like,
Okay.
and me and my friends looked at each other like, "Oh hell!" The same thing Betty said. "Oh hell no!" Had that been my mother, y'all, this conversation would not be taking place because I would not be alive.
Right, you
Okay.
already knew.
My
not to say that
mom
thing.
would have been like, "Come on, you want to perform? Let me show you." This is how my mom. Let me show you how we gonna perform. Where's the bathroom? And because the little boy was
Man.
like 6, and my mom would have taken me. Oh, that's sweet. Hey, sis. My mom would have taken me into the bathroom. You'd have heard some noises coming out that bathroom that would have shaken the bowels of hell. I'd have been screaming and hollering so much. Then I'd have came out. Here's the fun part. You come out of the bathroom after getting your whooping.
And you
then-
better be quiet.
Thank
Yep.
you. And
Better
she
fix your
what?
face. Fix your face.
And then
Fix
and
your
you wanna
Fix
go back.
your face.
The first question is, you want to go back in there?
Nope.
You know, I've seen it. I'm like, I
Oh.
have yet to see
I got a question
black
for the
family act black children. They act a little wild, but their mama give them that look like, and the kids, they straighten right up because they
Betty.
know.
No,
Betty,
I
what
don't
you
know
say?
today if it's still that way.
Betty, whoa, Betty said I jump on my son in front of the police. You see? That's motherly love. That's motherly love.
They would have
So-
to get. They would have to get me out of the hospital, sitting next to my son reading a book. They would have to come pick me up right there. They
And
was
see,
like,
now
sir.
coming from a person who doesn't have children, I look at it and I'm like, oh hell, no. I say the same thing you guys say, but I don't have that kind of tolerance, especially at my age. That's why I know I can't be a parent. If some woman called me down, I'm pregnant, I'm like, well, we're gonna have to do something. We got some conversation to have
We're gonna
because
work something out. Let's
we
work
got to
something out.
work something out because I can't see me at 83. The child will be 20.
Hey
I
Dawn,
will be
can,
83.
can you see Don being a father, Dawn?
Dawn's gone. She's
Oh,
gone.
she gone. Oh,
She slipped
man.
out the room. But
That would have been a good. That would
I'd
have
have been
good
I'd have been a G dad. If I have a son coming to my son's basketball game, they go Big Daddy Pooh. He walking in like with his cane, walking in slow.
You'd have had the alligators on.
Oh no, not at a basketball game. They'd have been some Jordans. An 83-year-old with some Jordans on. That's right. But
No,
Betty say they rolled me, man. We can't do that, but it was too late. It was just too late.
Man,
But yeah,
I got a question for the ladies. I got a question, and Fonda, you could answer this too. Why do women all make their sons more important than anybody? When they're in a relationship, their sons are their man until whatever.
I on that aspect of it, because I have two sons, they're my youngest. My oldest son is 26, and then my youngest son just turned 18 in November last year.
November what?
30th. Remember?
Oh, that's my birthday.
Right,
yes, yes, November 30th.
That's my
And,
birthday. Yeah.
And what I did, I really didn't try to date too much when I was raising my boys, because I never wanted to have that issue. You know what I'm saying? Because I was not about to allow no man to come in and take over my home where my boys were. So
Why not? Why
at
not?
this time.
Why
Because
not?
that was, I just thought that it would be too much, you know? Like, it was too much. And then both of my sons, they was like really protective. They like,
Okay, I have another question for you. Okay, say you meet a man, and say your sons are young adults, on 20s, teens, late teens, and this man says, well, look, I understand you have two almost adult sons, and I want to get with you, but I don't want to do it in this house. I want us to have a fresh start. So why don't we move? You pick the house. I'll buy the house. It'll be our house. Your sons can move in with us. That way, everything starts out on a level playing field. That way, you can be the wife that God told you to be. Because in my book, here's my thing. If you and I are together, if I put us in a brand new house, you're my wife, I'm your husband. The Bible tells me that you got to put no man before me. That includes your sons. Now, your sons, keep in mind, they are going to grow up, they're going to find their women, and they too will go off on their own.
Correct.
Okay? So, I guess what I'm saying is, why is it all of these women, especially all y'all single women out there that have kids, y'all put your children before you put your man and wonder why the hell you're still alone. And then you go to church on those are what I call Sunday saints, because they saints on Sunday, but the second they pull out that parking lot at the church, they back to being a sinner on Sunday evening, and I'm a sinner too, so I can't trip, and I'm not tripping on you. But my thing is, if you want to quote the Bible and be about the Bible, you got to do what it says in the Bible. That means you got to put your man or your husband first. That's why Daddy gets the big piece of chicken when he comes to the dining room table.
Always.
And
Always.
that's why Daddy gets served first.
If
Because
you my
Daddy,
husband-
if you're going to be Daddy,
Daddy.
especially if Daddy paying the cost to be the boss, he's putting the roof over your head, he's keeping them lights on, he's keeping the heat on, he's buying the groceries, he is taking care, he's being a father, he's doing everything. How dare any woman out there deny the man the big piece of chicken and to be served first?
I get the big piece of chicken because I'm daddy.
Okay, so on that, now if you my husband, that's a different story. But if you
See?
somebody I'm just dating,
You got to start somewhere, baby.
I
No,
know,
because
somebody
but
who
not
might be my
not.
husband.
I agree with Fonda. Not at first. Not you don't let the man just come in and start running things.
Oh, no, you don't come in and start running things.
It's got to be some time. It's got to be some
D-Web
time
is
on
back.
that.
D-Web is back.
So I'm gonna be, first of all, I'm the lady of the house, so I'm gonna be running the house. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna run the house. That's my job to do.
D-Web, can
See,
you hear us?
I like her.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you better now.
Okay, so I just heard what you said, Don.
Uh-oh. Okay, thank you very much, D-Web. We got to go now.
So you're running the show, you're doing this, you're doing that. So
He get the big piece of chicken too, Don.
I got you. I got all of that with the hot sauce and the and the 2 slices of white Wonder Bread and the red Kool-Aid. So does that mean that the wife gets to stay home and run the house?
If that's what she wants to do.
Does she have to work?
If that's what she wants to do, hail to the yes. If I'm working at a job where I can supply all my family's needs, she can stay home. But let me tell you something. The postman better not ring twice. He better just drop the mail on the curb. Because if I ever come home and find that Jeep out front, it's about to be a problem. Okay, I'm just saying. Now, but yeah, of course, she can stay at home. But nowadays, in this economy and in this society, I would, if my wife wants to work, by all means, get you a job. I prefer you get a job where you can stay home. That way, not to be flexible for her. That don't mean you got to clean up the house. I'll do that because I'm not a slob by any means. If I come home and I got to wash dishes, I'll wash dishes. I'm the kind of guy, if I walk past the kitchen and see some dishes, I'm going to wash them. And I got the dishwasher and don't use it. But that's the kind of guy I am. But if she wants to stay home, fine. Now, does that mean to be lazy? No. I can't tolerate it. If you don't want to work, at least you can do is have the crib clean, wash the clothes, make sure the kids is tight. Ain't going to be no kids because I ain't got none. I'm too over that. So.
There's the other question, Don. What would Don look like as a father at this age right now?
At this age? Don would be real mellow. I mean, I have a short fuse for bull. I really have a really short fuse for bull spit. My thing is, you be straight with me. At this age, I'm the type, all my kids got to tell me is the truth. And I'm down with that. All my kids also have to tell me I want to establish a relationship with them where they know they can come to their dad and just lay it on me. I know we all screw up. And in men, especially if I got boys, because boys don't know how to control their emotions, especially at a young man at a young age, at your 20s and below, forget about it. You don't know how to control your emotions. Hell, I didn't know how to control mine until I was in my 30s. So I know you don't. You don't understand what you're going through. You don't. You're shy. You're bashful. You don't want nobody to know that your little heart got broke. You don't want nobody to know that your little. Is baby DJ gone?
Yes.
Okay. You don't want nobody to know that you just got your first erection. You don't want nobody to know because you don't know how to handle it. I want my kids to be able to come to me and say, well, Dad, something's happening with me. I was like, first of all, that little wax thing in the bathroom, that's called deodorant, son. We get soap and water and use some deodorant. Little things like that. It's up to men to a boy don't know how to be a man unless there's a man in front of him showing him how to be a man.
Yep.
Okay? It takes a man to create a man. Yeah, y'all give birth to him, and we appreciate you for it, but we, as men, have to stand up. Show that young man how to tie a tie. Show that man how to shine his shoes. I'm talking military style. My oldest brother showed me how to put a spit shine on shoes. Okay? Show that man how to wash a car. Show that man how to change a tire. In case his mama called one day and he's 16 and where's your daddy? Well, he's at work. Well, what you doing? I got a flat tire. I'll come and fix it. See, that's what men have to show young men how to do. Instead of walking around their damn pants sagging all the time thinking they cool. That's what real men do. Uh-oh, Miss Webb's back.
So what about the young men that don't have a male figure in their life to teach them that? Because let me finish. Because I know a lot of females that have boys and they are of the mindset, well, I can teach him how to be a man. No, you can't. How can a female teach him how to be a man? The female can teach him how to respect a woman and things like that, but
and in some cases, how to be a woman.
Well, that's a whole nother topic.
Just ask Bruce Jenner.
But that's a whole nother topic. But not say like a lot of the young men nowadays, they don't know how to change a tire. They don't know how to take care of a car. Hell, I know how to change oil, rotate tires, and
Okay, well, why don't you come on
Bill,
by?
Bill Rooms, you know me. I love power tools and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
Juan, you want to get D Web something for Christmas? Take her to Home Depot and get her a tool belt.
No, take me to Lowe's because they have Craftsman products there.
See,
Yeah, I
but
believe
I'm gonna
But
tell you
what I'm
something. I'm
saying,
gonna show
what
you.
I'm
But
saying is,
ladies who
but
have young kids, now this is not the eternal answer, but this is one possibility. First of all, find yourself a good church. Talk to the pastor. And I want you to interview him. Don't let him interview you, because you're doing this to help your son help you and your son become better Christians, but to help your son become a man. Do they have programs? Because at my church, they got programs for everything. And if they don't have one, you can talk to pastor and they will create one for you. Pastor will be like, oh, we don't have that program, that ministry, but I tell you what, bring your son up here and I'm going to show him how to change that oil. I'm going to show him how to change that tire. I'm going to show him how when it's raining outside after church and he got an umbrella, bam, push that button, how to walk you over to your car, let you in first, and then get himself in. Do you realize there are a lot of kids out here that have never been to a fine dining or even medium dining restaurant? They
yeah,
don't know how to hold a knife and fork in public.
that's sad.
Yeah.
Because my
When
parents play that. My mother did not play that shovel holding.
when I was married and I had stepsons, and I made it a point to make sure that we went out at least once a month as a family. And I was like, hold the fork here, hold the knife here. Is not holding the fork with the prongs facing down
Yeah.
like that. You have to.
Yeah.
It's only meant to hold the meat in place. You let the knife do the work of cutting, and they went from the napkin in the shirt to the napkin in the lap, and how to pull yourself up to the chair, never talk with your mouth full of food, no elbows on the table. And it was just a learning experience for them, you know.
Those are like etiquette classes because my mom
hmm
one when I was younger. I don't know if you guys remember the store Crawley's.
Yep.
yes, yep.
And then they had etiquette classes.
Oh,
So she
did
had
they?
me take, I already knew how to hold the
Mm-hmm.
working thing because my mom did not play that. But she had me take that class, and it showed me a lot. And you just really be surprised when you see a lot of people, and these are people that have money
Oh,
that
yeah.
still don't even have now
hmm
when it comes to
Right.
table matters, just different things that you're supposed to do and not do. But what you're saying with church and taking the sons to church, you got to look at the generation that's coming up. They're not
hmm
trying to go to
Just like
nobody's
Betty
church.
said, there are a lot of kids that have never been to church. That is
Exactly.
sad. That is
Right.
scary. And I was driving the other day. I listened to 950. They did a survey, and they said it went down from 43% to 30% of people who stopped going to church since the pandemic. They stopped going to church, and that's sad. It for whatever reason they just lost interest, or they lost their faith, or it's I'm a person say this world's going to hell in a handbasket. If you lose your faith in God, these are they who think that they woke themselves up by the alarm clock and not by my God. It was He who opened your eyes this morning. They need to understand that, and yeah, but you have to. When I moved to Houston, my mom made me promise to find a church, and I did. I went to like 7 or 8 different churches. I went to Joel Osteen's church, and it was phenomenal. A great place. I met Joel, great guy. I went to 8 or 9 other churches, and I finally found my church home at Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church in 3rd Ward in Houston, Texas. And to this day, I watch online every Sunday. And J-Dub said that's what government wanted. I kind of almost lean on what you're saying, because our government is misguiding and misleading to us. Where else but in America can a man be indicted for 3 federal crimes and run for freaking president? It's absurd. This country is going out of the world backwards, ass backwards. It's just absurd. I mean, you got people that are 85 and 86 running as senators, get on camera, and just freeze up and just lose his train of thought. And they say, well, dog, maybe you should retire. I'm not retiring. I'm going to be there. You know, y'all know I'm talking about Mitch McConnell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's keep it real. You know, so our government lies to us. They're misleading us. They pad in their pockets, and they throw us a little stipend to keep us quiet. You know, I love Barack Obama. Did he do as much as I would have liked to have seen? Absolutely not. You know, our first.
Okay.
Back on
I
target.
got,
back
I
on
gotta,
target.
Okay, yeah,
I gotta
let's
stop you. I gotta
Okay,
stop
get
you.
stop me
back on
there.
target.
Because hey,
I
I'm
gotta
gonna keep
stop
it
you.
real. I'm gonna spit the truth.
Right.
Barack
You know.
Obama did everything he's supposed to do.
Yeah, he stayed in his lane.
Let's go back to the
The topic of women.
well, not only that, but with the rearing of children nowadays and not exposing them to church because everybody does not
don't.
believe
Yeah.
in going to church. Some of them are quote unquote non-believers.
Right.
Yeah.
So so my question is, I guess, how do you instill in children nowadays that it wasn't Santa Claus that put all those presents under the Christmas tree. It wasn't the Easter bunny that
First of all, you
filled
don't let them
those
know that till they
eggs.
are of age. You allow a child to be a child.
Well, no. I totally understand all of that, but when they get a little older, and you finally tell them, that hey, it was me and your dad that bought all of that stuff. But maybe their grandparents have, gone to church, tried to take them to church. My little 5-year-old great nephew, I told him we're going to church. I hate church. I'm like, and I had to keep from busting him in his chest, but he's but he's 5 years old. But
He's too young to hate anything.
But my question is, how does a parent rear your children kind of like we were raised?
Right.
Let me jump in on that, Don, because I know a lot of women has asked this question, and they're probably wondering what can they do outside of church to help their sons grow into men. Okay. So this is what you have to do. You have to not be a part of the She-Ra Man Haters Club. That's one. You can't dislike men and expect a man to help you raise a son. That's one. And you have to have a good male circle around you. You have brothers, you have stepdads or dads, you have uncles, you have a lot of men around you that you can trust your son to. So you have to figure out who that is and make that circle so they can be the people that help rear your son.
And don't settle. Don't settle. Don't you ever settle. If you're not 100% certain that the people you have around your children is the positive influence that you want them to be, then don't leave your child around that person.
Now, but wait a minute, Don, because sometimes that's subjective. Because a man will.
Keeping companies and families drug free. Did you freeze? Did you freeze?
Mm-hmm.
He froze.
Yeah. I thought maybe he was having a Mitch McConnell moment.
Yeah, exactly. But here's my thing, since Juan is frozen on the screen, and he looking real stupid. Hey,
I'm taking a screenshot of that.
Yeah, get a screenshot of Juan with his mouth frozen. But my thing is like my mom made me number one. If you have more than one child, and there are 3 boys or 2 boys and a girl, it doesn't matter. Let them know that they are a family. Nothing comes before their family. Juan just came out. He's going to come back in a minute. Let them know that nothing comes before family. That means If one of y'all come home with a bloody nose, both of y'all better come home with a bloody nose. You know, because you are not gonna stand by and watch your brother get beat down. You know, I'd rather y'all come home both
That's what I
bleeding.
did with all four of mine. They stick together like glue.
Mm-hmm.
And I am so glad that they do that because I with my youngest son earlier this year, he was in a really bad car accident and he had a really bad head injury. And it was bad for me because to see your child like that, I just couldn't. But my other children stepped up and they took over. You know, they was like, no, mama can't handle this. We got this, you know. So it was a blessing that I did something right. You know, even though they don't come with a handbook, I did something right because they literally could be like, you know, I don't got time. It's not my child. I go somewhere else. I could do that.
You said, you just said it doesn't come with a handbook, and that strikes me as unique to human experience. Look at bears. When a mama bear goes off and gives birth, she will die to protect her offspring.
Yes.
She will take on a bear twice her size. It's motherly instinct to raise and nurture and comfort the babies and to raise them. Now, you know, unfortunately, in the wild kingdom and in the human kingdom, you know, men seem to just come in, boom, and well, not in all of the wild kingdom, because there are animals that mate for life, and they have offspring and raise them, and then the offspring goes on its way to find its own family. And I guess that's what we are patterned after. Juan just texted me. He said his room lost power, so he's going to be back in a few. But getting back to raising a man to be a man, it takes a man. I follow the adage, it takes a man to raise a man, because, you know, and church is not the where-all, be-all answer to everything. It is not. You know, can you praise and worship? Absolutely. Can you pray? You can pray at home, but the Bible tells us that we have to go to church and worship and fellowship among the like-minded people.
Right.
Okay, so that's where that comes into play.
Now it's a bunch of hellions in church, though.
Oh yeah,
So
well
you
that's
have
why.
to- so you have
And
to
that's
be
where God
careful.
wants them. That's
Right,
where.
but
that's
you
where
have to
devil
be
wants them too.
careful. Right, but that's why you have to be careful with whom you worship with.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
I didn't say go to the first one you saw. I
But
went
no,
to
but
several before I
because-
found Wheeler Avenue.
Right, but after COVID, you know, because most churches, you know, at least the Baptist church, you know, they want you to hug your neighbor and do all of this kind of stuff.
We
I'm like,
shut
no.
it down.
I'm
We
like,
shut down the
no,
cathedral.
Because I don't know this person next to me to my right or left. Their spirit may not be right. Yeah, they in church,
Right.
but
Right.
their spirit may not be
Well,
right.
they coming they're coming
I
there to
don't
get
wanna
their spirit
touch you.
right. We
You
all
know,
coming there
I
for
don't
different
wanna-
reasons.
Right. I don't want to touch you. So, you know, hey, we can fist bump, shoulder bump, but I don't want that, you know,
And that's
that
fine.
embrace.
That's fine. You know, I mean, you don't have to hug everybody. Yeah, in an ideal world, in an ideal world, there would have been no COVID. But, and I think that was politically created too. But anyway, you know, in an ideal world, there would have been no COVID, so we could embrace each other. But since we do have it, or since we still do have it, since we do have it, we have to take necessary precautions. At my church, we went virtual, period. There was nobody in the sanctuary. It was weird, but you still got, because the message was still the same.
Yeah.
Right.
The message was still the same. My pastor is miraculous. And if you ever want to see, I defy you, go to YouTube and just type in Marcus D. Cosby. And sermons by Marcus D. Cosby. And I'm going to tell you, this man, you'll listen to one sermon, and I guarantee you, he jammed on that one. Let's go to the next one. Hey, you can't do two in a row. He nails all of them, every single one. I work out in the gym to listen to my church. That's what I do.
Marcus D. Cosby.
Yeah.
Marcus
Yeah,
D.
but
Cosby.
kind of getting back to kind of rearing and bringing children up, you know, in the church. You know, yeah, for me, I grew up, you know, going to service on Sunday, being there all day till the moon came up. And but I got away from it, but then I got back to it, and I go to Triumph Church,
I love
and
I love Triumph.
I'm always amazed at the number of young people that join church every Sunday.
So there is hope.
And I'm amazed even more the number of young men that join the church and get involved, in things like that. And these young people are not coming with their parents.
Oh yeah.
They're coming with their friends and everything like that. So the message is getting out there, but
We just have to figure out the way to get the message to the masses. That's all.
yeah,
That's
but and
all
I
we have
think
to
it's
do.
and I think that's a start with these young people joining
Yeah.
and giving their life to Christ, because then they're gonna tell their friends, hey, I just joined church Sunday, and then hey, next month I'm getting baptized. So the word is getting out there little by little,
Hmm.
which
But
that
see, here's
momentum is
here's the
gonna pick
problem.
up.
Here's the problem, and this is what I know. It was a problem for me, and then once I grew up and matured in my walk with Christ, um, a lot of guys, especially men, we feel like we are ignorant because we don't know or we haven't taken the time to read the Bible. Let me explain something to you. Number one, it's easy. Pick up the book, start reading. But I must add this on. This is how I did it. I'm not saying this is the best way to do it. This worked for me. I started first reading. In the beginning, there was nothing, and it was darkness. And I read from the very first chapter,
Right.
and I fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to who begat who begat who begat who, and I fell asleep. And I would try it again and again and again. And I couldn't get through it. So someone suggested, don't start there then. Start in a different
Yeah.
book. Start the book of
Yep.
start with the
Mhm.
Psalms. Start with the book
Yep.
of Matthew.
Yeah.
Start with Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
And it worked. I now I bounce between different books in the Bible.
Sure, you have
And
to.
because if you start, you're gonna lose it. And guys are we have a very short. Let's face it, a young man, if it doesn't have Jason Statham in it, or what's Momoa,
Yeah.
I like
if
it. Think he's
if it doesn't have those guys and some action in it, we're gonna lose. But I'm gonna tell you about the Bible. Um, Everything that's ever happened to you in your life is in that book.
yeah.
Every single thing. It is
It's
a
a
book of
romance.
love. It is a book of war. It is a book
Yep.
of famine. It is a book of festivals. People look up down on people who drink. Well, God didn't have a problem. Does not have a problem with you drinking. It wasn't Jesus who turned the water into wine. You
God
know,
knows
he does
about
not have a
that.
problem. He got a problem with you getting drunk and staying that way. You know, but you know, he doesn't have a problem with that. Everything that is at a part of your life is in that book. And if you want the answers to the questions, all you got to do is read the book.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
the problem is everybody's so busy doing this in front of their screens that they got an app for the Bible. You can read it right on the screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you look at my
But
Facebook page,
a lot of pastors and ministers use tablets.
yeah,
They don't even use the book anymore.
Nope.
So so
I'm proud to say that my pastor has the Bible committed to memory, and he's still
that too, but to instill those values in our young people, I think, we still have to use the
Juan's on
old
his way
school
back.
method
Mhm.
of,
Parents have to be parents.
The book. I mean, I don't have children, but one of my nephews who's now 10, he was over to the house one day, and we were sitting down to have dinner, and he picked up the fork and went in. I said, "Put that fork down." And
Right.
he looked at me like, "But I'm hungry." I said, "No, we have to bless the food." So he looks at me like deer in headlights, like, "What are you talking about?" So I had to explain to him the reason that we were blessing the food. I'm like, first of all, you got to thank God for the food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I said, because there are children and people out here that don't get a chance to eat every day like you do.
Right.
You know, they can't go to the refrigerator and choose from 3,000 different types of juice boxes
You
and
got 3,000
snacks
juice boxes at your house. I'm coming over.
and stuff like that. You know, so those were things, you know, we talked about. So he was curious and would start asking me questions. And so now every time when I see him and we sit down to have dinner, he'll pick the fork up, he'll look at me and drop it like, oh shoot, I forgot to pray. You know, and all I can do is smile because he remembered
Bravo,
that.
bravo. I like it. I like it. I like it
You
a lot.
know, and I didn't instill fear in him. You know, we talked about it and I allowed that dialogue to happen, you know, so and then that's how I was brought up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mom went to church, my dad didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I learned about the Bible, of course, going to vacation Bible school during the summer in elementary school and, you know, things like that. So to kind of get the word out, you know, to the masses, yeah, the young people are going to church.
Juan, yeah, I know you're there, Juan. You have to open up your camera.
You know, they are, you know, following some of the steps, but the Bible, for me, I can only speak for me, but the Bible is very intimidating. You
Well,
know, in
I have
terms of
several Bibles. I've actually a couple of them here. I got the King James
no, and
version,
I
the
do too.
NIV version.
I have the
There's so
study
many
Bible.
versions that you can read that breaks it down. Now, don't get it twisted. A lot of people, what they do is a lot of these Bible. Here's one. A lot of these Bibles are written, but they're skewed to say what the publisher wants them to say, and not what exactly happened. So if you really want the real truth, there are like seven or eight different Bibles that you can go to, and then you got to go through comparing notes to,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
different the book of Matthew in this Bible and the book of Matthew in that Bible and that Bible and
Right.
that Bible says similar things, but they are
Mm-hmm.
different. You
Yeah. I
know,
mean, but
so
to get a young person to kind of follow, you know, the steps or kind of, you know, learn the Bible. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, they're doing it. Okay, I don't care if you got to look at your app,
yeah,
highlight it or something, as long as
I
they're
don't care
doing it.
how you get to the Bible. Get to the Bible.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
Juan, are you there?
Mm-hmm. I see
I,
him.
I can't hear you, baby.
He
Baby,
got the
bro,
bottle.
you know,
your audio ain't in.
and parenting, you know, I don't have children, but talking, you know, God rest her soul, you know, many moons ago, you know, I had asked my mom, you know, was she my friend? And she told me absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
And at first I got offended, like, well, how come you not my friend? Well, so and so was friends with her, you know, with her mom and things like that. And so she told me, she said, Dawn, she said, if I become your friend, that's the day that you're gonna lose respect for me.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't even know what she talking about, but it didn't dawn on me until several years later what that actually meant. And because she told me, she's like, look, if I become your friend, that's gonna open the door for you to say things, disrespect me, and I'm not gonna have it. So, and that's how I am like with my nephews. Yeah, we may clown and act a fool sometimes, but when I say no, or if I tell you to do something, you better do it, or there will be consequences. You know, so you know, with the parents, stop trying to be your kid's friend.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
True.
I couldn't agree
And
with you more because that's where a lot of problems are. And another problem is a lot of these kids don't have anybody they can go to. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have anybody that can lead them in the right direction, and they don't know how to approach a church or a pastor. And a lot of these pastors, let's face it, have ulterior motives, and they have a proclivity to have, we like, they might think that boy cute, and I'm like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Even if he ain't my child, if I see you messing with some little boy, you might as well call the police on me right now, because I'm gonna put some hurt on you. This little boy came to you for guidance, and you took advantage of him. I don't want to say what religion, but we all know what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'll go
You mean the
there.
Catholics, the Catholic Church?
Yeah. But anyway,
I
I'm
ain't
so
scared to
glad.
say it.
What happened to you, Juan? Where did you go?
We had a fuse blow.
Oh,
Yeah, so my room, I have a lot of things going on in this room.
Oh, Lord. That's TMI.
okay.
No, it's
All
not
your
like
toys
that. It's
went,
not like
went
that.
all. You need to
I
turn
feel
your
like-
toys off when you ain't playing with them.
Then I wouldn't be able to do my radio station and all my toys. I got about 5 computers in here,
Oh,
and they
you
all
like
running.
a lot.
Well, I got
Yeah, I
one,
got a
2,
lot
3,
going
and
on.
there's one behind me. That makes 4. And there's
Right.
one down there is 5.
Honest.
But mine ain't on.
All right, y'all. This has been fun. I gotta go.
And
Nice talking with you, Dawn.
You as well.
well, listen, guys. It seems
Holla.
since I wanted to get off, but I had to wait till my partner in crime got back on. You know?
Right.
You
Let me-
came
let
in
me-
just
let
in
me
time
finish
for
what
us
I
to
was
say
saying.
goodbye.
Let me finish what I was saying. Sometimes women, when you let the man take your son and he puts him in like sports or football or something like that, the first time he get hurt, you be like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that for my son. And y'all got to let the men do what they do and help
Yeah.
the son. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm done.
Okay.
Bye, Juan.
Okay, wait a minute. Bye, Dawn. Have a great day, Dawn.
You too, Juan.
Fonda.
Oh,
know.
Betty Leonard Stead
You all
said
know.
her two great nephews just gave their first and second sermons at New Bethel at age 10 and 14.
what's
Amazing,
up.
bravo.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but tell you what, once again, if you're not doing anything this evening, meet me at Ford Lake Park in Ypsilanti. We've got Gerald Albright blowing the horn. I'll be your MC. Get there around 4:30, 5 o'clock, because it gets crowded quick.
Tomorrow I will be at Livernois at Mike's Fresh Market on Livernois
Oh,
at the
I know where Mike's
stage.
is.
At the stage right there on Livernois, a little bit shy of 7 Mile. If you're coming from 8 Mile, it's a little bit shy, and it's a little bit after 7 Mile if you're coming from the lodge. We'll be at that stage right there. Mike's will be giving food out and eating. We'll be eating and we'll be partying. And there's a stage right there. There's some great music there. The Blonde Jackson will be doing her flute thing, and we'll be videotaping it.
Yes,
Good
you-
morning, Sherilyn
Yes.
Walensky. You're just in time for us to get off the air. Tomorrow, I'll be with Stanley Clark and Alexander Zonjic at Elizabeth Lake Park. And I'm going to be busy all weekend. This is my first weekend of my vacation. And I'll be at Huntington Place on Monday. I'll be at that award ceremony here in Detroit on Sunday, even though they haven't even thought about me for an award, which is cool. I'm cool with that.
What award ceremony is that?
Right.
I don't know, but I think Dawn's getting an award. She neglected to mention that, and Thad is getting an award.
Oh, that's
Oh
what's
no,
up.
I think Dawn is probably giving out
Thad
an
an
award, or
award.
might be
Okay.
getting one. I don't know.
Okay.
But last year I know Carl Reed picked up one.
Where's that
you know.
going?
I don't know, but I will let you guys know. Because guess what, Juan? If you ain't doing nothing, let's get on the air in the morning. Well, it's going to be 1 hour because I have to be out of here at 10:30.
I could do
be
1
out
hour.
of Elizabeth. Okay, yeah.
I
So
could do
join
1
us tomorrow
hour.
morning, 9 o'clock. We'll do this again since I've been gone for a week. You know.
Mike got to send me the link in the morning.
All right, I got you. I got you.
Because I
All
got
righty.
my off at 4 tomorrow, but I don't go to work till 11, so we're only going to be on for an hour. That's fine. But I would like to do something this weekend because I've been working all summer.
Oh,
And
me too.
about to
Well,
be
come-
at the end.
Come join me down at the tent. You'll see us down there. We'll have all the video equipment
Or
down there.
join me tonight over
stage.
at Board Lake Park in Ipsy.
I have.
It's free.
I work 2 jobs, so I gotta log in at 6:30 to my other job.
All of us work 2 jobs.
Yeah, well,
I stay working. I gotta get the money.
Hey, get that bread, baby. All right, you guys, make it a great day on purpose. Be a better you today than you were yesterday. Do it with authority. Remember to make each and every day count. We are WJZD Radio Detroit. We are back on the streaming, baby. And that guy down there, right there.
is, oh, hi. How y'all doing?
Here's
Oh, yeah,
the
you are.
story
I'm at
of a
the top.
lovely lady.
Oh, I like you at the top.
I kind of do too.
Uh-huh.
That's her over there.
I got-
That's Juan
looking-
down there.
Looking under Barbies.
Be looking under Barbie dress. Shame on you.
No.
Tweety, Tweety. What's up, Tweety?
Hey, that's my baby right there. Tweety, what's up? Okay, anyway, I want to say, what was I going to say? Oh, remember you can't change the past because it's done. Can't change the future because you could, I mean,
It ain't here
you
yet.
just can't. It ain't here yet. You could plan, but it doesn't work out that way because you just not the future. Live your best life today. Get out and enjoy the sunshine. Play in the sunshine like Prince said.
All right.
All righty. Thank you guys for having me today. It was really
And thank you for joining us. This
Thank
has
you,
been the
Fonda.
Rise and Grind Morning Coffee. Don Allen and that guy, Juan Johnson. See you guys tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. We're going to do it again. Peace.
Tomorrow.